Welcome to my first 50 match summary for Outlaws at Thunder Junction. And this one is a list that I came up with for the kind of theory crafting that I shared last Monday. And so I've made a couple of changes though, because I was bumping into a lot of mono red and Boros Convoke, which you probably have been experiencing on the ladder as well. So I brought in the 4 in the festivities, which is a nice way to kind of at least have some sort of Hail Mary against the Boros Convoke list. A lot of times you're going to have to cast 2 of these, though, to get rid of the 2 toughness creatures, so it isn't, like, the best answer, but I do think it's the best answer that Red has, right? Outside of maybe running a Wrath that can hit your own board, like Vampire's Vengeance or something like that. But I've been trying these 4 in the festivities, and it's definitely helped improve that matchup. The other thing, too, that I brought in was I brought in 2 copies of Negate. And the reason why I was running some counter spells in the first place was because before the reset of the new season, I was bumping into a lot of Azorius Control and Temur Control. And so I was kind of thinking that I would bump into those lists as well. And so I figured running some counter spells would work out well. That has not necessarily been the case, and I think that if I were to run this again, I would play around with the idea of cutting maybe 1 negate or both negates to bring the Witchstalker Frenzy up to 4. And notably, compared to the list that I had on the Theory Crafting episode, I did decide to bring in an additional copy of Witchstalker Frenzy. It's really nice against Shieldred and Dimir, and that's been a tough matchup. And it does help against the mono red matchup, being able to hit Squee and Godric. So I've liked it enough that I think I would bump up the Witchstalker Frenzy to 4. I've liked the Kitesail Larcenist being able to turn a clue token into a map token, makes it easier to sacrifice that token with the Gleaming Geardrake. And then you don't necessarily want to sacrifice your artifacts if you have the Dowsing Device. This one's been a very interesting card. I'm not 100% sold, but it does feel like it's been doing the thing that it's supposed to be doing. The cards that feel the weakest to me so far are Case of the Filched Falcon, at least the ones that are in the main, other than like the tech cards, if that makes sense. Case of the Filched Falcon has synergies of making the Diamond Pickaxe into a 4/4 indestructible flyer. The problem is it's been a little bit slow. And same thing with equipping the Diamond Pickaxe to get more treasure production, which I was thinking was going to lean into the Dowsing Device. I haven't been sold on this, so I might drop the Diamond Pickaxe for like 2 more copies of Sticky Fingers. But you know, there's still room to tweak this and play around with it. And the payoff really is Malcolm the Eyes after Kumano faces Kakazan. Do that, you get a 3/3 flyer that can't, dodges the cut down, and they have to use something like Go for the Throat or Lightning Strike. And then if you do have the double spell generating clue tokens, this does feel like it's been a good addition. Malcolm has been relatively unimpressive, though, and this was another card that was good for the control matchup. So I might play around with taking out Malcolm. Notably, this is a more artifact-heavy synergy instead of a creature-heavy list, so some of the pirate lists are running like Captain Lannery Storm and leaning more heavily into the Roaming Throne and doubling the pirate triggers, which would make the Kitesail Larcenist better. But you need some sort of removal or bounce, so I cut the Fading Hopes out of this list, which could be brought back in. I kind of missed those a little bit. And then the Make Disappears, it might be better than the Negates. So like I said, there's lots of room to play around with this deck. And so I'll showcase what happened. I played the original list for 20 or 19 matches, and then I made some tweaks, and then I played out the rest of the 50. So I'll kind of show you the before and after and how to kind of tweak your deck specifically for matchups that you're experiencing on the ladder, right? I think it is an interesting skill to have, right? And I also did tweak the lands, because the original lands I was running there were just too many tap lands against mono red. Like, I thought maybe if we were in a little bit more a slower mid-rangey control space, we would be okay to play the tap lands. So I decided to bring up the Spirebluff Canal up to 4 copies, and that's been nice. This deck is 21 lands. It's an ultra low land count, and I did also bring in the Shivan Reefs, which are pain lands, but don't have the tap problem. And then I brought in Otawara and Sokenzan because I figured why not, just to give us an alternative option. So you can use a bounce, and we do have legendary creatures, like 1. But yeah, and then Gleaming Geardrake has been really impressive. Sometimes you get the Gleaming Geardrake up to like 7 power, and this just like steals games. So I'm going to show you, Case, a couple of my favorite matches from the last little bit of the 50 matches, and then go over the match summary at the end. So remember to hit like and subscribe, and please enjoy. All right, opponent is going first, and we have a 1-lander. Oh, buddy. 38% chance to draw land 2. We are on the draw. This probably should be a mulligan. Doesn't even have Kumano faces Kakazan. Does have Dowsing Device into the Gleaming Geardrake if we do hit 2. Yeah, I think this is a mulligan. Alright, this is better. We've got Spire Bluff into Kumano, and then another Kumano. And then 3 things of removal. It's not ideal, but we can probably put back one of the In the Festivities. We end up against Boros Convoke. I'm going to wish I had both. Okay, so we've got a plot for 1. Ruckus. Play Kumano here, and then next turn is probably another Kumano. Oh! Ah! Dang, I wish I had the double In the Festivities. I actually thought about ditching the Witchstalker Frenzy. Oh, no, it wouldn't have hit it anyway. Well, I guess we're gonna get Boros Heroic. So this one's the one that's running the Hellfire Intervention or whatever it's called. I think it gets lifelink and double strike, and you just deal an obscene amount of damage. We're taking 14 damage on turn 3 though. Oh gosh, are we dead? We got a turn 3? Oh my god, they got a turn 3 kill on us. Oh, well, you know, that one's going in the... There you go. So, I bumped into this actually a couple of times, so I don't know what we got specifically in Outlaws at Thunder Junction that's going to put this over the top, but maybe it's the Ruckus. Being able to plot this and then put it immediately on the Virtuoso on turn 2 does make this quite a bit better. But, interesting deck. Alright, we go first, and we have something that has happened in this deck is that you have red when you have a blue hand, or you have blue when you have a red hand. A little bit of problem there. If we draw blue, it's okay, but our chances of drawing blue on turn 2... like 27%. So no. All right, there we go. We got both colors. We've got Kumano into Gleaming Geardrake. We've got the Dowsing Device. Probably put back in the Festivities and hope for the best. That we're not up against Boros Convoke. Could put back Sticky Fingers too, but I think Sticky Fingers works nicely. Kumano, Gleaming Geardrake, Dowsing Device plus Sticky Fingers, flips the Dowsing Device. It's a glass cannon, but that's the goal, right? On. What's this? A Darker Waste? We're up against another control match. Okay, alright. So maybe I wasn't patient enough. We could do the Dowsing Device because then we get a double trigger, but then we miss the we miss the counter on the Gleaming Geardrake. This puts our artifact count to 3. This puts our artifact count to 4. Didn't hit the land, though. So... Dowsing Device. We're up against 2 lands. Blue-white. I think Dowsing Device gets countered. Maybe Gear Drake is dead. I'm gonna put the Menace on the 2/2 here, because I think Gleaming Gear Drake has a higher target on its head. And then we'll see if they counterspell the Sticky Fingers. Alright. Could have also popped the Clue token and tried to draw. Oh, we're up against Esper Legends. This is a bad time to not... This is a bad time to not hit land. Because Witchstalker Frenzy is good against the Rafine, but we need... We need power. Alright, so let's go Dowsing Device here. Esper Legends, okay. Or Esper Midrange. Next turn we get Gleaming Gear Drake, gets a double pump. Surprised we haven't bumped into... Oh, they don't have black. Missing black. Oh, well, now Plaza of Heroes gives them black. So the Gleaming Gear Drake here gets a +1, and then it flips the Dowsing Device into the land, giving me 2 mana. Should be enough to kill Rafine. This can pop for 3 and tapped to protect the legendary, so that's not going to work. We have a very short window to hit him with the Witchstalker's Frenzy anyway. So I'm going to go with the Gleaming Gear Drake here. Pray for no counterspell. Nice. Spread it out. I guess this is fine. Okay. Witchstalker Frenzy for 1, pay the ward 1, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We almost have lethal. But I think I need to get rid of Rafine. Each creature that attacked this turn, so I don't even need to do this during the combat phase. Okay, go for the throats, fine. No Spell Pierce, please. All right. Oh, no. Okay, so now... Yeah, and then we can pump anything for +4/+0. Esper Midrange down. Alright, so we've got Kumano into Spyglass Siren and Diamond Pickaxe, or... Yeah, and then Dowsing Device the following turn. Let's do it. Oh, this happens a lot in this deck where I could go turn 2 Dowsing Device. And then this would get a trigger that would be a +2/+0 in first strike. I don't think it's right. I think Dowsing Device is better to try to flip into the land. Because once it's a land, it's a lot like more protected. And then flip in to do a lot of damage. Not even an artifact land. So they got rid of that option, so we're going to be doing this. Okay, so mono black running duress. Oh, no. Okay, Orzhov. Novice Inspector. Duress, okay. So if we go equip here, mix it into a 3/3. And the question is whether or not we play the dowsing device now. And I think we do. It's fine. Doesn't immediately flip because I destroyed a treasure to do it. So maybe what was right was to play it next turn. Immediately have the 4 artifacts to switch it into a land. Especially if they kill my only creature. Okay, this does hit planeswalkers. You get Lily with that.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish.
But they've kind of gone through all of our stuff. And this deck does feel like it struggles with interaction. Cavern Bat to get rid of the sticky fingers. It's okay, we've got the pickaxe in play. Just need a creature that creates an artifact on ETB. Still doable from this point. Yeah, this looks like just Orzhov Midrange or Orzhov Control. I wonder if they're running the Outlaws. All right, well that flips the land. So now if we get a creature, we can immediately give it +3/+0. Problem is that it's probably too little too late. Maybe there's not enough creatures in the deck. Since they just chump block it anyway, I think I go for equipping the pickaxe. He's going to flip the other dowsing device that holds up negate. Alright, we got the Wandering Emperor with negate. Let's go. Pop the... Oh, no, I don't think I want to pop the map token. Because, I mean, this is not really going to do... What we need to do is we need to hit Gleaming Geardrake, right? And we can pop our treasure. Or... I think we can hit for 6? It's not enough.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it. I've always hated queens.
Into a land. Okay, well, guess that was a reason to pop the map token. We are dead. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to 1. So, just of note, if you do turn their person into a treasure, if they're untapped, they'll have an untapped treasure. If they're tapped, then everything's fine. But we lost this for sure, so try to kill you, Lily. Oh my goodness, they have Wandering Emperor and they can pay the ward 1. All right, well,
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
that's not great.
You're done.
GG. Got Malcolm dowsing device, so we could do like Malcolm dowsing device before the Gear Drake, or we could do the dowsing device and then play the Gear Drake, and maybe play Malcolm on a turn where it can make an artifact immediately. Oh no. Okay, with Kumana we're just gonna play Malcolm out. 3/3 Flying Haste. Rockfall Vale. Okay, we're up against Gruul Dinos. See what we got for this. This is where this card's nice if they play like the 3/3 Hammer Skull, or a reach creature. Dang it. Can't pay for the ward though. I think we're racing them. Alright, so we go Dowsing Device, pump the Etching, play Kumano, triggers the Investigate, pump Malcolm to 4/3. And then if we draw a land, we can go Dowsing Device into Gleaming Gear Drake. They're going to slam something big and ugly next turn, though. They're not blocking. Yeah, this was kind of the idea of the deck right here. It hasn't been executed. It hasn't been working particularly well. But in theory, this is kind of what it's trying to do. Would have played Larcenous here to remove a blocker or a flyer. Okay, Trumpeting Carnosaur into Hammer Skull. They could just be dead here. Yeah, that's good if they're tapping the Intrepid Paleontologist. Okay, we get the +1/+1 counter. Oh no, I need a treasure. No, I'm 1 mana shy. Dang it. Oh, curses. I needed a land there. For sweet, sweet glory. So do I have to try to stall then? And do like the Larcenist on the Trumpeting Carnosaur? I think I'm 1 damage shy, right? Oh, maybe no, because of the +1. I don't know. Okay, let's see. If I played the Gleaming Gear Drake, it gets +1/+1. It's a 2/2. It then triggers this twice, so it gets 3/4. So I had 7 damage, so I put them to 1. Am I dead next turn? Let's find out. Now, as long as the Kitesail Larcenist survives, we have the treasure token. Or Gear Drake plus Dowsing Device. Atali into Alani's Hatcher. Gives it haste. Now they have a flyer, so they can block my flyer. Just one off, man. Other dinosaurs you control have haste. They sacked an egg. They didn't want to attack there, huh? Okay, they are. There we go. Is this too much damage? Let's see. If I can go... Can I live? So this right here is 12 damage. All right. I think we got him. All right, so whoa. Oh no! I pressed spacebar. No. Oh no. We had lethal. I played Gleaming Geardrake. It pumps this, it procs this twice. They don't have reach. I win. Even if I'd done like 1 damage, I have in the festivities to deal a damage too. Ah, can I go back, please? I wish there was an undo button, right? All right. Well, that was a win, but I mean this. I threw the game away. Yeah, it happens. I'm very disappointed in the fact that I pressed the space bar. Oh, they had a blocker. Oh wait, okay. So I had to end the festivities first, then play Gleaming Geardrake. So I could have actually punted that because I didn't remember they had a flyer. So, but it still was, yeah, in the festivities, followed by Gleaming Geardrake, triggers the dowsing device twice, gives this +2/+0, and you have a 3/3 and a 3/3. We hit for 6. I'm an idiot. I'm an absolute idiot. I should have gone there, into here, pump there, pump there. Whatever. I just the absolute. I had that. All right, opponent is going first. We've got both colors. What are we doing though? We're going Malcolm, maybe? If we're up against control. Aha. There, where there's a Tiny Bones joins up. I found in this festivities to work pretty well against this deck. I don't know about negate. Could be right to keep the negate because it's black and you probably have some tool to work with. I don't know. I haven't played against the mono black deck a whole lot. Corpses of the Lost. Okay, so this is the mono black aggro list. Would have been a good negate target. So maybe I should. I was thinking they would. Sometimes the mono reds or mono black is playing the 1/1 Death Touchers. Kind of think about just doing the dowsing device here. And next turn we get to do double Gleaming Geardrake or Malcolm the Eyes. So whenever you cast your second spell each turn, investigate. So this needs to be your first spell. So we go here first. Then we go here. There's all their removal. I was like, it's got to be coming, right? Like I said, this deck struggles against the interaction, and there's just a lot right now, so I'm not sure that the combo wombo is quite where I want it to be. Oh, good, Gisa. That's right, and that immediately does the zombies. Dang it, that was a good draw, because we could have gone Gleaming Geardrake into that. Alright, so notably, this would have been a little bit better if we had been able to negate the Corpses of the Lost. Maybe Spell Pierce against the... Go for the Throat. No, they had too much, right? So I don't know. It's not quite there for it. It's not quite making it there for me. And there's no way for me to trigger this as well, because we have a tap land. We're definitely dead next turn. What's the ward on this? Ward 2? Yeah, so we can't even draw into Kite Sail Larcenist or anything. Guess we just do this and then go GG. All right, well, there's mono black for you. All right, both colors. Notably, not a single match against Boros Convoke, which was like every single match I was playing. So this in the festivities has felt really awkward, but it felt good when I was up against Boros Convoke. So maybe that was a bad substitution and I should have just chilled. Alright, so we're up against Domain, and in the festivities is not going to have a good target there, so I could have just cycled that to deal 1 damage. I think I just go for flashing in Malcolm. We could do the Gleaming Geardrake because it creates a token or a treasure that we could then make into a treasure with Kite Sail, because they're likely to play Topiary Stomper on 3. Malcolm kind of demands removal, but it's not going to be able to get through the Archangel anyway. Maybe this deck needs, like, Zoetic Glyph. The Zoetic... Well, but then, then it's just, like, doing worse than mono red and then doing worse than the mono blue tempo deck, right? Spelunking to ramp. Alright, so now we go Kite Sail Larcenist, or we could do another Geardrake. Yeah, no, I want to use Kite Sail Larcenist to remove something. So I guess I just go with another Geardrake here. Hit them for the power of 1 damage. Hit myself for the power of 1 damage. Yes, some lists do run the Wandering Emperor, so maybe I should hold in the festivities. It's also a cheap double spell for Malcolm the Eyes. So I could see that being a worthy play. Yeah, Archangel killed Bull. That's pretty much GG. Oh no, it just kills 1. Okay. Acceptable. Alright, so then we do Kite Sail Larcenist. Turn one of the clue tokens. Oh, damn it, I should have played the land so I didn't ping myself. I'm playing like a champion right now. This is kind of a... It doesn't have an ETB, so keep that in mind. When Larcenist dies, this doesn't get an ETB effect. I could flash this in now for an additional damage. And I think I will. We could save it as a surprise. Because they're just gonna Sunfall, right? And then I'm dead. Just why maybe this deck needs more negate. It's stuck in a weird place, right? Hey, no Sunfall. That's good. There's the Topiary Stomper. Probably ditch Malcolm here. Yeah, and with the way that this is going, I do think we're gonna pop the clue token. Sometimes, like I said, you want to keep the treasures as long as you can. Okay, shouldn't have played the land, so I could play the tap land. That was a bit of a punt on my part. I think they've got a Leyline Binding. They've got one white untapped. So, Flaming Geardrake or Malcolm. Oh? Alright, there's the Leyline Binding. Nice to have the negate. Alright, well, we can flash in. Yeah, this is fine. We flash in Malcolm, end of their turn. They play Atraxa. We have no answer. Oh. Does this have reach? Vigilance Haste. So you can flip that. Right. Invasion of Zendikar. Eight. That's nice though, because that's a 3-turn clock. So we're not dead yet. Oh, are they doing it for 5? They're creating 2/2/2s. Also another good target for negate. Second in the festivity would have been nice there. Sold on this yet. We got rid of the Malcolms. It's not impossible to get everything to 3 toughness. It might actually be better to do the Vampire's Vengeance, but it'd be something to play around with. So we lose. GG's. Lots of that going on. Okay, if we'd drawn that first, we would have put them to 2. I keep coming up with like 2 damage shy. Eight. Actually, chump blocking with Malcolm, we might not be dead if all they have is like a handful of lands and Imidane's Recruiter. Hey, if we can beat Domain, that feels good. Maybe it's a best of 3 deck. If it beat Esper Midrange and Domain. Okay, now that's game. Wait, really? You're gonna double pay the ward? Get your 3 Archangel, 3/4 Archangel back? I mean, it gains him life. Either way, that's toes. Maybe Disruption Protocol? Because then we have Artifacts. Play the Disruption Protocol as a way to kind of be negate or make disappear. That could be a fun one. Yeah, that's just game. All right, here we go. We've got both of our colors. We've got Kumano into Gleaming Geardrake. If this isn't doing it, then I missed the mark, and I'm pretty sure I missed the mark with how this deck has been performing. Theorycrafts, you know, sometimes it's a miss. Sometimes it's just, you know, you didn't get there. Gleaming, oh wait, no, Malcolm. Malcolm gets around, they have to use like a cut down on it. I think I like Malcolm there. I was thinking about the Gleaming Geardrake for a second because it sets up this. Alright, so now Dowsing Device lets this be haste. Malcolm's dead. Go for the throat, for sure. Well, maybe they get rid of Etchings of Kumano. Oh, get lost. Well then. Huh, that's fun. What, I mean, okay, maybe they were stunned a little bit by that interaction. Gosh, if I could tap it just slightly differently. If I could tap it slightly differently, then I could do... I could do both the Spyglass Siren and the Gleaming Geardrake, but can't. I'm going to have the one. I think I hold the In the Festivities because they're going to get... Yeah, so whenever it attacks the player with the most life, so it's going to create 1/1s. So I don't think I'm going to tap this. Do you think popping a map token's kind of interesting, though? Could use the land, even if we hit the land. Okay. It's good enough, because we can go Spyglass, or Dowsing Device into Spyglass Siren. Okay. Again, within striking range. Oh, what? Okay, so what does this do again? Whenever you get a... Whenever one or more tokens enter the battlefield under your opponent's control, create a token, let's copy it. When one or more tokens enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and gain 1 life. Oh, this doesn't have flying. Am I shy again? I can put him to 1. Oh wait, no, In the Festivities wins, right? All right, I think I see it. So then that grows my Gleaming Geardrake. Okay. I almost punted again, but there. Okay. No, I gave him the. Oh, it gives them a treasure so they can... No, it's not lethal. If they have Go for the Throat. Okay, March. Damn it. Oh, I thought I had him. They did have to sacrifice it, which was good. Okay, they've got a 1/1 lifelinker. Got 5 mana. We've got 2 lethal attackers. Evelyn, what does Evelyn do? Get a draw. Alright. Bam! Okay, we got rid of, God, what is this even? Orzhov Vamps? Alright, we got Kumano into Malcolm. We got the Diamond Pickaxe for more treasure production and Witchstalker Frenzy for some spot removal. Seems decent. Oh, damn, I should have played the Spire Bluffs Canal. I guess with this start, maybe we can pretend to be mono red for a second. Aha, we're up against mono red. Right? If they have removal for the 3/3, then we can go Malcolm into the Diamond Pickaxe. If they don't have removal, we can go Diamond Pickaxe and equip. All right, we're pod racing. Play the Diamond Pickaxe, equip the Diamond Pickaxe. This gets it out of range too of Lightning Strike, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Strike. Not Witchstalker Frenzy though. So if they do attack, if they play Godric and attack with 3, we can use the Witchstalker Frenzy off the treasure token. Damn, playing Obliterating Bolt, dog. Alright, I don't think I was supposed to remove a 1/1 with Witchstalker Frenzy. Alright, here we go. So we go Malcolm. Whip Malcolm. Then back. Create the treasure token. Play the case. We'll then solve. Get 2 clue tokens and solve it. So now we've got a 4/4 flyer we can make next turn. We can make a 4/4 flyer and equip the pickaxe for lethal. So all I've got to do is just survive this turn. Could have a Witchstalker's Frenzy. I think I'm going to hold the Witchstalker's Frenzy here until they play something like Monstrous Rage. This can't activate into anything, so that's good. If I only attack with the flyer with the pickaxe, then they can't do Witchstalker's Frenzy. So we put it on the artifact here. Whip the pickaxe. Okay. Alright, there we go. Last match was mono red. Thanks for watching to the end of my video. The deck didn't do particularly well. It was a little bit of an experiment for sure. Deck finished 19 and 31, so it's got some room to improve. The first little bit is going to be kind of pulled up into two different decks, though. So the first build, which was the one that I covered on Monday, that had the blue counter spells and everything, that was 20 matches, and then at the other one that I did was for 21. So we'll kind of go through both real quick. So overall, the deck was about 50-50 against mono red. Really depended on who was the play, who was the draw. The deck really struggled against Boros Convoke, although it did do better after bringing in the festivities. The deck did do well against mono black, and then Dimir lost every match against Dimir midrange. Similar to Celestia Enchantments, the deck is pretty linear in the sense that like you're just playing out stuff, and if your opponent interacts with it, it kind of falls apart pretty easily. So not surprised that it lost there. And then the only other match that was 3 matches was the Gruul combat tricks, and I felt like we were pretty good against that one. It's better when you have the bounce though for the Fading Hope. So because this list was running 2 at the beginning of Fading Hope, that makes this match a little bit better. I did drop the Fading Hopes for the second one and then didn't play Gruul, so further play testing is required. And then a bunch of the other stuff were just one-ofs, and it didn't do particularly well against the one-ofs, but it didn't also, it's too small of a sample size to say anything. So yeah, the original one 37%, the second one 39%, nothing huge, right? If I do show you though the matchups specifically between the sideboarding, right? So in this one, Boros was 0-5, and we were getting absolutely smoked. And then we were about 50-50 against mono red. And in the other one, sorry that I should have, I did it wrong in my tracker. Usually you can do it in one and then you can track the changes, but I screwed up. So it is really play versus draw dependent, and that's really because of the dowsing device, right? Anytime that you're playing the dowsing device, like you're leaning more heavily on the play versus the draw. And so the counter spells would kind of help the draw out a little bit, but the deck suffers on the draw for sure. But so you can see here, the bringing in the 1 copy of the Witchstalker's Frenzy didn't do anything really to this matchup in mono red, but bringing in the 4 copies of in the festivities at least gave us a fighting chance against Boros Convoke, but it was still bad, right? And then it still got smoked by Dimir midrange, which Witchstalker's Frenzies would help with the Dimir midrange. So anyway, it was kind of a failed experiment. It was a lot of fun to play though, and part of Magic is theory crafting and having kind of things not work out. So they can't all be zingers. And thanks for watching to the end, and thank you again to my YouTube members for financially supporting my dream. It is very, very far from minimum wage doing this, and it is a dream to do full time. And the only way that it's going to happen is with your support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And to those who can't afford to be YouTube members, just watching to the end of the video, also thank you. It helps tremendously. So let me know in the comments below what you think, if it, like what you would try, ways that you think you could improve upon it. If you think the archetype is just like completely a waste of time, or maybe we should focus more on a creature-centric pirate deck and ditch the dowsing device and such. So always love hearing back from you guys and nerding out about Magic the Gathering cards. So good luck with your matches, and on Monday I'll be going over the kind of meta review again, and so we'll look for the next 50 matches will be not a theorycraft deck. It'll be one that was made by a better deck builder than myself. So yeah, and maybe I'll see you on the ladder.